Hello everyone. In the last video, we have discussed some of the tips to prepare and complete your syllabus for your exams just before the examination in a short period, about 1 month. You must be busy now preparing yourself for your exams. Now, in this video, we will discuss about some of the very important tips which if you follow, you can score up to 100% marks. You can become the topper of the examination. These tips are here. The number one is reading and understanding. You know that nowadays you are given near about 15 minutes for reading the paper. In that 15 minutes, you must utilize that in reading all the questions carefully and then try to understand the language of the question, what has been given in the question and what is required. Try to recollect all the things, all the formulae, all the concepts which you are going to use in that particular questions. And so you can prepare yourself for the solutions of these questions. The next point we have here is attempt all the questions. This is very important part. You must attempt all the questions which are given in the question paper. Nowadays, you know that the pattern of the paper has been changed and you will be getting 38 questions, out of which 20 are MCQs, then some 2 marks questions, then some of them are 3 marks and 5 marks questions. While reading the paper, you can make up your mind which questions you know better and which questions you find a bit difficult in your mind. First of all, my request to you is that attempt MCQs. And then, why I am asking you to attempt all the questions? Because see, even if you do not know the complete answer of the solution, leaving the question means surrendering. It means you are surrendering that yes, we don't know. So you are going to get 0. Even if you know a bit about the solution, you know a bit of concept, you write what is given, what is to be found, you know a bit of formula or anything about that, you write whatever you know. If you are attempting the question, at least some of the marks you will get. This is just addition of the marks in all. So please don't leave any of the question. Whatever you know, write that in every question. Next point we have time management. See, this is very important to manage your time because 38 questions you have to solve in 3 hours. I don't say 3 hours. Try to complete the solution of all the questions in 2.5 hours so that you can relax a bit and you can think, yes, I have done, and then you can go for revising the things. So, your time, how much time you are going to devote for the questions, like MCQs. Don't give more than 1 minute to each. Whatever the question you are knowing, you can do it fast. Please do it and be sure that whatever the answer you are writing is correct. If sometimes you are not able to solve any of the question or you are confused, please leave the space for that particular question there and go to the next question. And likewise, you must make up your mind to complete all the MCQs within maximum 30 minutes. Because what we find many times, that in the MCQs only the student wastes near about 1 hour. And after that, what you are having in mind? Oh, 1 hour is wasted. Now I am left with only 2 hours and these many questions are left. So you get confused. And then you start writing fast. And when you are writing fast, whatever you know, sometimes you forget that also. So please don't do that. Same way, 2 marks questions. decide that we will not give more than 3 minutes to each question. Same way here also. Whatever the question you know, you do it first, and then if suppose you have started a question and then you are finding in between you are stuck up somewhere, don't wait. Don't try to think like this, oh my God, let me think what I have to use here. To go to the next question and so on. Then for the 3 marks questions, decide that I will not give more than 5 minutes to each question. Same way 5 marks questions. Don't give more than 10 minutes to each question. Try to do it within that time or before that. Likewise, you have to manage the time in such a way that you are complete. All the 38 questions are solved in near about 2.5 hours. So this type of management of time you have to decide before starting writing the solutions of the questions. Next point here comes as question number, margin and copying the questions. See, your answer book is given to you like this. In that, the top margin and the left margin is already marked there. Left margin should be used only for the question number and don't write anything else in that. What we find sometimes that you have to do a rough work like in mathematics, in physics, in chemistry, in numericals, in accounts, in business studies. And what you do, you take the last page somewhere and then start doing the rough work there. Then what you do? After that you have to turn the page, look at the solution and then write the solution where you have to write. So what you should do? You can draw a margin in the right side and write on the top of that rough work. And in that part you do the rough work. Then your rough work is there on the same page. You are not to turn the page and waste the time. Time is precious in examination and not to waste even a single minute. In that case, my idea, my advice, my suggestion to you is that please draw a margin on the right side and do the rough work on the same page so that from here only you can note down what is to be noted down. Even there is one more use of it. Sometimes you are doing the thing correct in the rough work and when you note down that here, you note down that wrong. Like last step is wrong. Sometimes it happens that the teacher who is checking your papers, he looks at the rough work what you have done. He may be a bit lenient in awarding the marks to you. So this margin is always useful. Please use that. Writing the question number. Many times it has been seen in the answer books that you are doing question number 10 here, but you are attempting it first and then you write here question number 1. That's wrong. Whatever the question number given in the question paper, the same question number you have to write here and then write the solution of it. Actually, layout of the answer book, writing the question number, drawing the margin, neatness, that gives a good impact of the student on the teacher who is evaluating your answer book. So, question number should be correct. Whatever the question number given in the paper, that you should write, and also draw a margin for the rough work so that you can save the time. Next is copying the question. It has been seen many times that a question is given to you and you are in a hurry to read. Then you note it down a bit wrong. Like suppose you are given a question like 3x square plus 5x minus 2. in a hurry, what you do, you write this as 3x square minus 5x plus 2. Don't you think it is wrong? You will do the question, you know how to do it. You will find the complete solution of it. But that is wrong. And that is just a bit of carelessness in noting the question. Or it may be because of hurry, because of haste. So that haste is of no use. That gives you a loss. So please note down all the questions carefully. Whatever the figures have been given, please note down them correct so that your solutions are correct and you can score maximum marks. The next point here we have handwriting and the diagrams. Handwriting should be neat and clean. It should be legible. The one who is evaluating your answer books, he should be able to read what you have written. The font should be a bit larger so that it can be seen easily by the evaluator. Making the corrections. What I find sometimes, suppose you write the same question here, you are writing 3x minus and you have written 6x here. What do you do? Cancel it here and then start writing 5 here or somewhere else. Don't do that. Better is, instead of going for overwriting, sometimes you write it as 3x square minus 6x plus 2 here written and try to make it 5 here. Now it is 5 or 6 or what it is. It confuses the evaluator. So better is cancel it like this and write the next part in the next line. So don't go for overwriting. Your work should be neat and clean. That gives a good impression on the evaluator. Please remember these points which I am discussing with you here. The next thing here is drawing the diagram. Wherever diagrams are required, please draw the diagrams. What is seen many times, especially in geometry, you are given a diagram in the question paper. The student is not drawing the diagram in the answer book. And he says, no, it is given in the question paper. Please don't do that. Draw the diagram even if it is given in the question paper. Like in theorems, sometimes the students are cramming the things. Don't cram. Cramming the things, they write the complete solution of the theorem, but they don't draw the diagram. If the diagram is not there, where from you have written all the things? There is some triangle, some quadrilateral, some vertices, you are noting them all in the solution, but there is nothing like diagram. And if there is no diagram, you will not get any marks. No marks will be awarded in such solutions. In heights and distances, diagram is required. For the 12th class students, like in LPP, the diagram is required, that is a graph. Area of curve, that is the applications of integration. Without diagram, you do not know from where to where, what area you are finding. In the questions of surface area volume, diagram helps you as well as the evaluator. In the applications of derivative, like in maxima minima, wherever diagram is required, please draw the diagram to get more marks, to score 100%. Next point we have is avoid wastage of time. As we have discussed here also, there should not be any wastage of time. Time is precious. When you are doing a question, attempting it half, after that you forget a bit or you are confused what to do. Don't keep thinking about that or trying to do it again and again and again and again. I remember one story of one of the child. It's a bit quite old story. At that time there were 2 or 3 papers in mathematics. I told the same thing to the students who were learning in the class. Please do not waste time. Do not stuck up yourself somewhere on the questions or try to do it again and again. Go to the next question, go to the next question and so on. Complete the paper and then come back to these questions which are left over somewhere in between. Then you can devote the time, because you know whatever you were knowing that you have completed. What he did, he didn't remember this point. He did 1 or 2 questions and kept repeating it. Once he did cancel, then did it again, then cancel, then did it again, and likewise out of 20 questions he could do only 5 or 6. And there was no time left. When he came home, he started crying. And then he saw the paper. Yes, I was knowing all the questions, but I could not do because I wasted the time. Then again he approached to me. I told him, my dear, I gave you the point there. He felt sorry. Then I repeated all the tips for the next question paper and asked him to prepare some important questions. Then what? He did well in the next paper, and the combined marks of these 2 papers he could pass with very good percentage. Because what he lost in the first paper, he scored that good marks in the second paper. So please don't do that. Don't start wasting the time. Don't start thinking about the question. Do the question, whatever you know, you write that, and in case you are stuck up, please go to the next question, and so on, continue till last, complete all the questions, and then you can come back to these questions which were left over. Like this you can save the time. The next point we have revision. As I told you, time management. Suppose you are finishing the paper in 2.5 hours. 30 minutes are there with you. In that 30 minutes, please revise all the questions, whatever you have done, whatever you have written, the solutions. There may be some mistake. There is a time. You can make the correction. Like I told you here. You have written here plus. In place of that, you have written minus. And here it was minus, you have written plus. Or sometimes there may be a change in the figure. If you find that, you can make the correction on time. Whatever you have written, please check it. Sometimes there may be a mistake in writing the statement. Sometimes the final answer you write wrong. And you know, minimum half mark is deducted for writing the incorrect answer. Revision is the important part again for the question paper. Why? Because when you are doing the paper, you are trying to submit the paper. Before that, revise all the things whatever you have written. Sometimes you write a question number wrong. Sometimes you forget writing the question number. So that all the things can be taken out in these 30 minutes time or 20 minutes time, whatever is left with you. And one more most important part I'll tell you, have confidence in yourself. Whatever you're writing is correct according to you. Because this is also seen sometimes the students keep watching here and there, and sometimes he looks at the solution of any of the students. Suppose by chance you find that the answer written by him is 50 and your answer comes as 52 or it is 60, you lose your confidence. You think that the next person whose answer you have seen just now is more intelligent than you. No, it is not. You can just revise the solution. You can check your solution, what you have written is correct or not. If there is any mistake, you can make the correction. But please don't cancel the solution because you have seen some different answer with the next person. Should have confidence in yourself. Think that I am the most intelligent person and what I am writing is correct one. If you follow these tips what I have discussed here, I am sure that you can score up to 100% marks. You can be the topper of the class. I hope this video will be very useful to you when you go to write the examination. If you are new to the channel, subscribe it and you will be getting more videos on different topics of mathematics. All the best for your examinations.